I'm sorry, but if I'm going to risk dying, $5,000 to pay me to have a baby isn't enough, buddy, okay? This is insulting. That not only no health care, no child care, no maternity leave, like nothing for to actually take care of it, but $5,000? That is how little they think of women in the United States. But here's the thing: if you stop watching now, just listen to this one last thing. Whoever wants something the least has the most power. They really want us to have babies. Don't give them babies. The more you don't give them what they want, the more power you have. They really want babies. Don't give them to them. Here's the thing, before I get into this ridiculous article, if you really want to fix the birth crisis, which is just a dog whistle for white supremacy culture, I talked about that in another video. Why don't you help men unpack their entitlement under patriarchy so that women actually want to have children with men? Because otherwise women are going to be single moms. They don't want to be married single moms. And if they don't want to be a single mom, they're like tapping out and they're like, nah. And then they hear from women in other countries, like here in France, if you give birth, maternity leave, you also get a vibrator provided by the government to help train your pelvic floor to not pee yourself the rest of your life. 10 sessions. They don't pee their pants forever like they do in the US after giving birth. Each child, €400 for school supply each year. What else? Oh, the right to vacation. Some of my single mom friends actually have their vacation subsidized with their children because they believe that children have the right to vacation. That's on top of healthcare, universal healthcare, right? Like also get help with housing prices. You get so much help from the government if you are a parent. And moms still get screwed. They still get screwed. Why? Because of dads. Dads are the real problem, y'all. But at least here, women have a financial incentive to do it. And in fact, the single moms that I know are thriving. It's the married moms who are not. So it is insulting to offer such a low price to U.S. American women to risk dying because they also have a higher rate of dying in the U.S., way higher than most countries with the same level of technology and stuff. Way higher risk, especially if they are black. And y'all are not fooling anybody. JD. Maybe you should go to therapy for your grandpappy and your grandmammy almost trying to catch him on fire. All right? Like, you have so many issues. You are not fooling any of us. Towns can't stand Europe hates. The Pope died so that we can make fun of you for the rest of our life. I don't know. I don't care. But, like, y'all are not fooling us. Whoever, like, I swear to God, I don't know who this lady is, but I'm annoyed with her. But here's the thing that should be very concerning for women. Like, obviously, just don't buy this. Here's the thing that's concerning. They are going to start punishing women who don't have children. They already do, right? But they are, oh, you getting your little car? There you go, yeah. Look at this. They're going to, like, Fulbright scholarship. They want to make a mandate that a certain percent are from married or have children. Ooh, are you going to give that to single moms? Because I kind of feel like you won't. This baby bonus crap, this literally will not pay even a fraction of her hospital bill. What? Will $5,000 even cover how much they charge for, what is it called? The touch fee or something where they charge, and anyone who's not in the United States, let me tell you something. They charge women to have their baby touch them. Because they have to have another nurse in the room or something, so you gotta pay. If you wanna hold your baby, you gotta pay. Like, what? This one is a joke. Oh, you wanna educate me on, okay, sure. Educate us so that we can prevent births. But what's crazy about this is this is literally what sex ed does. Like, Vance and Musk and all these white supremacists, misogynists are obsessed with baby. They got baby fever. And people anonymously talk to the Times about what's going on in the White House. Now, Trump is calling for a baby boom. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're just going to start another war to get this. I don't know. But let me tell you, they want more babies. They usually are talking about white babies, right? That's why they're all freaking out. They're like, uh-oh. The replacement theory crap. These dudes just bring their kids not only to for social credit, but just literally so no one will shoot them in the head. They are just bulletproof vests at this point. Look, whoever this Collins lady is, she needs to eat a dick, because National Medal of Motherhood to mothers with 6 or more children. You know what? I'm sorry, but if you have more than 6 children, you do not have time to be with those children. You are going to parentify. You know what I mean? If you choose to have a crap ton of kids, you're going to have like 3 of them with older daughter syndrome. You probably have one that's going to live in the attic forever because you just won't let that baby go. Maybe that's a Southern thing. I swear to God, every white family in the South has someone living in an attic or a basement because they just couldn't let that baby go. And they say all this crap. Bullshit. If you have 6 children, maybe you're a great mom, okay? I'm just saying, from what I hear. And also, a lot of women had a bunch of kids that they didn't want because religion or their husbands or lack of birth control or all kinds of things. The thing I consistently hear from people from really large families is that there's just not enough resources to go around to take care of all of them. And back in the day, when half of them would die of diseases, it made sense to have 10 siblings. Like my mother-in-law, 10. Her mom had 10. But they also didn't have birth control. And they lived on a farm. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that wasn't family planning. And this whole, like, restore the family as the centerpiece of America. Family values. Y'all, you do not, like, you know the rest of the world makes fun of us for this. They're like, what is y'all's obsession with family values? Y'all don't, why do y'all talk about that so much? Isn't it just understood? Why do you have to say that? That's literally like an abuser. Like my ex used to say, I never hit women. Very proud of that. And the biggest lie ever. So whatever of the United States is like, we're this. We're usually the opposite, just like a narcissist. Family values, but provides literally nothing to support children and families, especially mothers. So, okay, a return to family values. What kind of family? Because it's definitely a family with a cishet man in it, or any man who is passing as a straight man. Here's the thing. You will never convince me that this birth stuff is nothing but they don't know what to do with men. They know that men will not take care of themselves. They know that men are usually more violent and like all kinds of stuff out in the world if they don't have a punching bag back home. They know that a lot of men will just be more reckless and dumb and eat terrible and, you know, just be a menace to society, because that's what inchmels are, is a menace to society. They don't want a bunch of inchmels, okay? So they want women to have children so they can never leave men. So they are forever tied to a man. Even if he doesn't want anything to do with that, but they want women being forced to take care of men. And they use children as pawns. Now, it's not just that. Of course, they want to exploit a whole nother generation. And then there's a whole, like, afraid of, like, white people not being there's so much into this, but you will never convince me that one of the biggest reasons that they desperately want women to have children is so that they don't work outside the home, right? So they're trapped, stuck with men, financially dependent on them, and therefore also baby trapped by them. So they will never, ever, ever leave them. Because if a man is going to be violent, they'd rather him kill you, hit you, bully you, literally take all his frustration out from Uncle Sam onto you and take it out on everybody else. So men are not getting more violent. A lot of them just don't have a woman at home to take it out on. So they want us to be with men. That's really what this is about. They don't know. Men literally die when their wives die because they're too lazy to take care of themselves, or they find another woman to take care of them, right? Because patriarchy has taught them to hate themselves so much, not even worth learning how to take care of yourself. Uplift American families. Like, don't ever believe any of this language. Look at this. The president wants America to be a country where our children can safely grow up and achieve the American dream. The American dream, that's a lie. But safely. You mean as safe as all those college students who were just running from their lives from the Inchmel, like, Nazi who shot up Florida State? Kids who literally are not even safe in school, much less safe in the country because of how much the country does not care about them. And so this is so insulting, this whole article. France wants more babies and more beautiful young men and women to raise them. So again, this is all like homophobic, transphobic stuff. Last month, I did not know he did this. He pledged to be the fertilization president. And by golly, he's gonna Now you're gonna hear they always say economy collapse, humanization, blah 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 blah. I mean, what? Okay, which is it? Birth rate crisis or overpopulation? Y'all got me confused. You know it's bad when you got these different groups being like, okay, let's unite on this one thing. You got conservative people who are like, the Christian nationalists who are like, family, family, family. Okay? Trad wife, blah. And then you've got the other ones who are like, okay, like how about women who can work and then have like, IVF and all this other stuff. Pronatalists. Because the pronatalists are just like, baby, 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 doesn't matter what. But then you got Emily here at the Heritage Foundation. And we know that Heritage Foundation, they gave us Project 25. Thank you so much, Heritage Foundation. Evil. They're like, no, not too many babies. We need them tied to men. And then you got these secretaries of transportation. Sean Duffy, he's a father of 9. Great. He's got a little baby kink. 10 siblings. Oh, like father, like son. This dude's gonna prioritize transportation for places with married families. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we need to be worried about. This right here. Okay? Like, we can say no to a $5,000 bonus, but they're gonna put this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna pressure and with taxes. They're gonna pressure and they already do tax breaks for married people, all that stuff. They're gonna make it harder and harder and harder for women to not be linked to men and to not be linked to motherhood somehow. Despite it not benefiting us at all, most of the time, they're going to make it harder and harder and harder and harder. But at the end of the day, who has the power? We got the power. Then you got RFK, who just keeps worse and worse every day. It almost seems he is cartoonishly awful. Like, how could your wife hung herself because you made her so crazy? You like carrying around dead bears or something. I don't remember his whole autism take. This dude is just a eugenist. So anything he does to combat infertility, I wouldn't trust. This man is like not even smart, but he always has really evil motive. And this lady, this smug Miss Water, we need to channel the Maha spirit and really deep dive into fertility. The way I want to deep dive into my vagina. You will never convince me that women like this are just like doing all this just for men, not because they love babies. Women this committed to screwing all women, it has nothing to do with her living baby. But this whole sex education thing is so funny. I don't even want to go into it anymore. So on the one hand, they're like, baby bonus, but then cut slash funds to Planned Parenthood, slash funds to things that make it so that moms can survive. Like they don't even care if women die when they have miscarriages. They're like, you know what? Lock her up. Death penalty. They don't care. And then they're like, why are women not having babies? Maybe they're terrified of getting pregnant at this point. And then there's this. Now, I want you to look up Jessica Valenti, who is the number one source of information that I know of in the United States around abortion. This whole like, we're going to test, maybe it's the water, they are testing for birth control. This is not about, they don't care about water. They are literally defunding everything to keep food and water and things clean and safe or safer. So if you look up this, Abortion Forever, Texas wants to test the water for birth control pills. She said, do not buy this. This is not about clean water. It is about testing to see which women are getting around having them babies. And beyond fertility, the White House has received a wide range of policy recommendations designed to incentivize people to get married and have more children. People? What people? It's definitely not men. Because I tell you what, no matter how much they say they're going their own way, they're not going anywhere. We wish they would leave women alone. And if they don't want to get married, it's just because they're getting everything that they would get with marriage. Okay? So that's the only reason they're not getting married. They want to be able to just not have to like commit and be held accountable financially or, get in trouble somehow if they do some other stuff, because there's a little bit more protection with marriage for women, especially who are sacrificing. So this is BS. So don't believe anything that this administration says. They don't care about babies. And your life is worth more than $5,000. They should be paying women like $100,000 minimum to have babies, especially in a country where they don't have health care, child care, literally no help from the government. 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand for one. 5,000 my butt. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Oh God, this is ridiculous. And please don't follow my Patreon if you can afford it. I got live travel content. I'm gonna go see my bestie Liz in a few days, and I'll be talking about that, I'm sure, on my Patreon. And like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notifications, all that stuff. Let me know if you heard the comment song. Et voila. Right, Mose? Right, Mose? Hey, all you stupid bitches, just have some babies, because the psychos like us know what's better for you. You're just a cum dumpster or a nasty baby gravy. We don't even wash our butt, and we're nasty men, but we know what's best for you stupid bitches. Come on, please, play pretty, pretty, please. Pretty, pretty, please. Have some babies. Here's $5,000. And maybe marry an inchmale, or we'll put you in a death camp. Cause we psychos literally wanna be up there with daddy issues and do too much ketamine. Whatever the hell you're doing, you stupid baby. Baby, evil baby, who uses a baby as a human shield. And sorry you didn't have hair back then. Your daddy's even weirder, marrying a stepdaughter, but you're psycho too. All of y'all are psycho, psycho. Please go away, we're not having your babies. You little crybaby, if you had it your way, you'd have us marrying old men when we're 5. Hey ladies, just cut those things. Just cut out, remove the cancer sac. Men, maybe cut yours too, cause evil man, dork man, with his weird ass astronaut. Space astronaut, I'm an astronaut, I'm a sexy astronaut. Fork you too. Fuck all of you, we ain't having your future workforce. No more nerds, fork these nerds. Incels, incels. I hate all this, but it's nothing new, don't believe it. No more camp nerds, no more showing nerds your underwear, cause you feel bad for them. No more babies. All they want is a glory hole, and hey, even become a wolf and we'll fork you. No! You can't buy us, you can't nothing. Fork you, all you nerds. We're not doing it anymore, and fork you too, Jamie. We're being cat lady, cat lady, cat lady. That's what I want. This is a cat lady. This is what we're doing. No more babies for these forkers. No more.